another for him. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. To throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have taken the lead late. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Bills 24. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Shakir now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Here he is to throw. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Throwing now. This is brought in by Coleman. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up.
And the Bills 1st down.
To throw again, it's Allen. Another one caught by Coleman. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 24 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Allen now on 1st down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime games, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman 1 time that game.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yard to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
2nd down, give to Harvey. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the 1st down, and that should just about button up this victory.
And the Broncos.
So it's a win for the Broncos. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start, it's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we say cheerio from London.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. But tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before. Going out of bounds.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right to the air goes Nix. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Henley.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, run! Set. Ready, run! Run!
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Set. Ready, run! Baylor tight.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded him, but not much thereafter.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, easy. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And the Chargers, first down.
Hey, Kappa.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Go. Hey, go Lion. Set.
On the ground, this is Amarian Hampton. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
7-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
Hey,
inches.
go Lion. 5-9. Go.
Here's Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
3 yards.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste.
Ready?
Y'all
Run.
gotta pump my basic.
Set. Ready? Run. What is that?
Harris. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and goal from the 1.
Set.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Get your money up. I'm the money down. I'm all of us. All my people down. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. We're probably just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last for long. What happens the time in the diaries? No help for the weak, but the strong. Let me get boy.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
16 yards. First down, Broncos.
Now it's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
Nix's pass.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And the Broncos first down.
To throw is Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Denver.
Throwing Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Broncos.
Back to the air with Nix. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Nix to the air. Throwing no, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And the tight end goes in motion left. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Signal yet. I don't think he got it. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
The line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
He'll try again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown.
For run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
What's good on the extra point? And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Herbert now. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with it. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
21, black 80, black.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. This 2nd and 4.
12. Set. Ready.
Again, it's Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. And nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Set.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
12.
They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert changing things up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go. 5-9.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3rd and 9 here.
Lion. Set. Wide end. Hey, ram. Ready.
Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
$59. Ready.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Set. Go. Delta. Hut. Home the troops right. Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right, he had him open, just a split second too late on the release. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set. Set.
Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Omari and Hampton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Broncos 7. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
A final shot before break. Nix. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
We call them tossers because they go to chop. Took her out of balance because I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Money.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Pinned up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw. Here's Nix. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. Working out of the gun is Nix. This is Sutton making the catch on a comeback route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Here's a 2nd and 8.
On the tackle. A gain of 2.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
The Chargers.
Here's 2nd and 8. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll go. Here's Harvey. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Alonso looked to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the left side, he's got McConkey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Go. Set. Ready.
Here's Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marion Hampton with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14.
Broncos 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Denver.
Throwing Nix. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete to McConkey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. In the first half, he was
lead horse. That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and observe whatever else happens after that.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Now a 2nd and 10. Nix to the air. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They're going, it's Nix. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
First down, Broncos.
Nick's going to give to Hardy. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Once more with Harvey. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. That is caught. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
First and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
To throw is Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then they're...
But if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Gets around him. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Chargers take over first and 10.
Real quick.
33-yard
Maybe on
line.
that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm finished, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being alive.
This is 1st and 10.
Line. Set. 380. Ready.
Herbert. That is incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Back 80. Black.
Herbert. This one finds McConkey. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down. 8 yards to go.
It's 2nd and 8.
Ram. 21. Set.
Now Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up third down.
Third and long
and
coming
8
up.
yards.
Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle, it's Hampton.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Herbert to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
On 3rd down, here's Hampton. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop.
Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Finding Sutton. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Back to throw. He'll swing this out to Harvey.
Makes his pass. Complete to R.J. Harvey. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos 1st down.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.